Welcome everyone. So before we start with the webinar, I want to introduce you with our topic, that is trigonometry. So this is going to be the introductory video for our webinar. You're going to see what you're going to study in the webinar. You're going to see a recap, a brief, just like you give it and you see it in your notes. So we have, observed that when you watch a video, when you visualize anything, when you visually see those things, you keep that thing in your mind for a longer period of time, right? So we have changed our mode. Okay, so we have come in the visual way for you all. So that PDF material is converted into this video for you all. We have all these notes. We will tell you that what you're going to study in the webinar. Okay, so it's like a teaser for the webinar. Before a movie is released, you watch the trailer, and here before the webinar you're going to see this teaser. Okay, so I hope you're going to enjoy, and you're going to send me the feedback. You're going to tell me how did you like the teaser of this video. Okay, it's going to be a very quick video for you all. I'm not going to waste your time for you at all. Trigonometry, you already know it. You have studied your 9th, 10th about that sine, cos, tan, cosec, sec, and cot. So you know about this, all this perpendicular upon hypotenuse and every such formula. But here, this is not only about sine, cos, tan. The things are converted here. We'll talk about triangular formulas. We'll talk about multiple formulas. We'll talk about transformation here. Okay. So this time it's gonna be the wider version for the trigonometry. Okay. So you guys have to watch that webinar very soon. So before introducing you trigonometry, you already know we're gonna do such questions. This is like the last year JEE questions. So whenever an interval is given for the x value and an equation is given, how are you gonna find this x value? I am sure you cannot solve this question on your own. You need to go to the hint video. You need to watch something solution type, and then only you can able to solve this question. Okay, but we will teach you that in the webinar, that how these equations are solved and how you get the value of x and what does this interval play. Okay, how is this interval plays a role in finding out the answer. You got the answer from this equation, but still this interval, it finalizes that which answer is the right. So this interval thing is very important, and how you will get to know in the webinar. Similarly, we have these another questions. We have been given this interval. Interval is very important for any question. We have this equation of cos theta and sin theta, and now you have to find out the sum of the elements of S. So how do you find it out? Can you be able to solve this question on your own? And if you are, then you just wait. You can solve this question and you can let me know in the webinar, and then we can solve it, and then we can know that which way was the better one, mine or yours, and we can just figure out. And if you have not been able to solve your own, then also I am here to tell you guys, so you just have to be in the webinar. So all these type of questions we will cover. This is just like a teaser for you all. we will I'll tell you about all the information about the supplementary angles, about the sine, the complementary angles, the supplementary angles. Okay, you have studied it all, but what about the sine of complementary, what about the cosine of supplementary angles, and what does change when you add 180 to an angle, when you add 360 to one angle, when you add 90 to one angle. Okay, so this is, does that angle become negative, does that angle become positive? So all such scenarios we will cover in the webinar, I promise you guys. Okay, now we have this formula. I'll tell you that how these formulas come. All you need to, obviously at the end you need to remember these formulas. It's about sine a plus b. You can just do all these formulas, and then we will go in the webinar and you will see that how these formulas come. I will also do some proofs there. We will use these formulas. You're going to remember all these formulas. We have more formulas. We have such like formulas tan a plus b. You have this tan a plus b upon 1 minus tan a tan b. This is a very easy formula. All you need to know is just memorize it in a very better way. Okay, now I'll let you know that how this formula came from and how you're going to use it in the questions. Okay, these are very important formulas, and you're going to remember it for a very longer period of time, not only till 11th and 12th. You're going to remember it after that also. Okay, so this has to be your memory power. Some more formulas, more formulas about two. These are talking about the twice of angles. So these are the double angle formulas. Okay, we have these some more formulas. We have this cube angle formula. We have the 3 alpha here, and we know all these formulas. Okay, so here we'll talk about these angles here. More formulas, full formula bazi. So we will do more and more formulas so that you can know that yes, I have studied all the formulas and now I can do the questions. If I know that this equation is forming this formula, I can just apply it right there. You need to know all the formulas, guys. Okay, so we have more set of formulas and we will go through all that. We will read everything out, and I'll make sure that you're gonna memorize all these formulas very soon. Okay, full formula bazi. We will do more and more formulas. Okay, here, So we have these formulas here. We have more formulas. Whole formula bazi as it written in the, you know, the header one. So tan x plus tan y upon tan x minus tan. This helps us so much. Like tan pi by 4 plus theta upon 1 plus tan theta 1 minus tan theta. These are the special ones. Okay. These makes your question so easy. Sometimes the question comes out straightforwardly from these formulas. Okay. Now, more formulas, we have these formulas like cos theta plus sin theta upon exactly like same. See, tan pi by 4 plus theta, tan pi by 4 minus theta. And you can see so many different formula for that. Tan pi by 4 plus theta you can see in this first equation. Okay. Now, in this also you see tan pi by 4 plus theta, we have another formula. These are all the same. That means the RHS of this and LHS of this is also going to be equal, right? So you are gonna pay, we are gonna emphasize it more and more. Okay, all these formulas are very important for you all. Okay, we will go through everything, and this is gonna make sure that our questions are gonna be like butter, you know. The questions will become so easy for you that you will be like, okay, trigonometry, no, not a big deal, I can do this on my own. Okay, now covering more and more formulas. Best thing, every formula you should learn. I have like I know every formula, and at my time I remember every formula. Okay, so make sure you're going to remember all these formulas, because somebody else is remembering all those formulas. So if you are not remembering these formulas, you are at the faulty place, you are at the faulty stage, you are at the weak point. So why to push yourself at a weak point? Do your best, give your best, and then only deserve the best results. Okay, and then only expect, you know. So if you're not going to do your 1%, how can you, you know, expect that? These are the proofs. We will do some proofs, we will do more proofs. I will show all these proofs by doing it on my own. Okay, we will cover these on, we will cover these proof, all these proofs like this is how we're going to do this. These proofs are going to be so useful in your questions as well. All these proofs, and we're going to cover so many proofs here, whatever it is mentioned here. So these were the, and then we will do the last year questions as well. Last year JEE questions, you're going to know that these are the real roots. So this is a mix of quadratic and trigonometry. This is the most interesting part of JEE. They cover 2 or more 3 topics in one question, and then you check that if you have studied all these chapters. So we will do such mixed type of questions at the end. Okay, after all the formulas, after all the proofs, and then we will do these questions, and then we will do some more questions. And that is it for today, guys, and this is all about the webinar, and we will do it. And that is it for the webinar's recap, and I hope you will enjoy that webinar. So see you soon at the webinar. Bye bye, take care.